and welcome back to another Tea Tuesday. I know it's been a hot minute. Let's get into it. First, I know, it's just been crazy here. One thing broke after another in my apartment, and then I had a lot of stuff to do for work, which started this week. Yesterday was my first day. Yay, I guess. But it's been crazy, and I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks. It should be back to normal now because I have a schedule, kind of. Anyway, that might be another video. Good idea. With alcohol. Anyway, today's video is a viewer request, and I got it via Instagram. This individual wants to know, in terms of communication in Korea, how easy or difficult is it? Especially for those who do not speak Korean. Now, I speak enough Korean to get by, and I think that is going to be what I'm gonna say is like the takeaway for this. Korea, actually, of most of the countries I visited that English is not the first language, Korea actually has quite a few people who can communicate in English. I'm not saying it's completely perfect English, but they will try. I don't find it too much of a problem. I definitely have people, there are people who speak English, but I also speak enough Korean. And I honestly, if you're going to move here, you need to speak at least the bare minimum. You need to know how to ask where the bathroom is, you know? You need to know how to read Korean like that. It's really simple. Korean reading is very simple. Understanding what you're reading is a different story, but actually learning the alphabet, Hangul, is super simple, and I strongly recommend doing that. You will struggle if you don't know how to read here. The other thing is, you can't really survive on a day-to-day basis without some minor Korean, right? Like, so for instance, if I go to a convenience store, okay, knowing how to count money is going to save me a lot of money, like a lot of headache and like all of this stuff. And then it's better if you are polite, right? So Korea is all about politeness and, you know, respect to other people. And so when you go to a convenience store, for example, because I go to the convenience store like every day, because there's one in my building, but you go to the convenience store, you pay, and when you're leaving, you say, oh, 수고하세요, which means like work hard. But it's what we would say like, oh, have a good day. It's the same as back home in America. Like if you say, oh, have a good day, thank you. It's very similar to that. Like you don't say 감사합니다. You say, I mean, you could say 감사합니다, but you would say 수고하세요. And so knowing just even small little phrases like that are very beneficial to you and living in Korea, because you don't want to be seen as like the asshole foreigner who isn't trying to learn the culture, isn't trying to learn the language, isn't trying to acclimate to living here. And I don't think that, like, yes, my Korean ability is shit, but I still have enough Korean ability that I can live here comfortably, without any issues, and I do understand the culture. So, and I want to improve my ability, but I definitely think that it's hit or miss with those who speak English and don't speak English. You definitely need to know how to read if you come here, and you need to learn some basic words and phrases that you can say so you're not perceived as like a jerk or rude, etc. Right? Like when my mom was here, even, for example, my mom doesn't speak any Korean at all, but I taught her 감사합니다, and she just would say that all the time in her cute little accent. And I swear to you, whenever we would get out of a taxi or anything, she would say it. And the taxi drivers, they're usually like The taxi drivers loved it. So even if you speak a little Korean, a lot of the time people will be like, oh, you know, you're Korean. I'm so happy that you're speaking our language. This is great. You do have assholes that are just like, you're pronouncing it wrong, but you have that everywhere. So generally Koreans are like, oh, you're speaking our language? Oh my God, this is amazing. Thank you. And then again, you have some issues, but I think to live here, you need to speak a little bit and read. You need to read. If you don't read, like you're gonna struggle. So yeah, I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's difficult. I think it's somewhere in the middle in regards to communication in English, in Korea specifically. So it's hit or miss, but you definitely need to know some Korean, and your English should be okay. I mean, it just really depends. And like I said, the younger generation, the ones that I'm teaching, they're getting a little bit more willing to speak English. So, all right. Until next time, if you have a question, you can leave it in the comments. You can leave it at my Instagram, anything like that. You can leave comments and I will try and answer them in the next Tea Tuesday. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.